It was the end of Super Tuesday in February of 2008, and Mary Clark was working the night shift as a nurse in Jackson, Tennessee. Severe weather, including an EF3 tornado, plowed through the town. Mary's home was destroyed.
I just couldn't believe it. I got a phone call from the sheriff, who was then visiting where I used to live, where my house was. And he asked my neighbors who I was, where I worked. They tracked me down, and I ended up going back there to find that everything was gone.
With her house destroyed, she didn't know what to do.
Well, I had insurance, but it was barely enough to give back what I owed to the bank.
She did have the option of rebuilding or buying a new home in Tennessee, but Mary had had enough.
We see so many tornadoes in Tennessee, like the big ones, that are all over the news. And I've had friends and family that have died from big storms like that. And this one guy, he lost both his kids and his leg. I just wanted to get out of there.
She chose Minnesota as her new home.
Well, I had heard that the people in Minnesota were really nice. And actually, one of the women that I went to college with was from Minnesota. So I really wanted to go check it out.
So the American Red Cross got Mary in touch with Minnesota Open Arms, who took care of her from there.
Those people were so nice there. They helped me find an apartment here in Minnesota, so I felt very secure from the get-go. And then they hooked me up with a bus pass so I could look for work. Then they found me a church to go to work on my faith. And I just thank God every day for those people.
Mary was able to find work at a physical therapy clinic and started renting the apartment that was donated to her for the first few months. Now she volunteers for Anna Marie's Alliance, a battered women's shelter in St. Cloud, and just bought a house of her own. This one in Minnesota.
I love my new life up here in Minnesota. I mean, they were really right about it. Minnesota nice. It was awesome. So I couldn't really have made the move from Tennessee to Minnesota without the amazing people there over at MOA. They just welcomed me with open arms.